get to this morning.
Yes, we do. Rise and shine, everyone. Jason Hackett, Alicia Lewis here with you. Holiday weekend.
Yeah.
So many sports in town, so many people getting outside and getting out of town. Man, it's going to be a nice weather weekend.
Yeah, which is what we all were hoping for, May. It's going to hope for better weather than this, really. Just the sunshine's going to be great.
Yeah, sunshine will be nice and temperatures will be pretty close to average for this time of year, right around 70. This morning, a little cooler in spots. We're at 45. And in northern Minnesota, we're running into some cooler 30s. The wind isn't too strong, though, so at least we aren't talking about any extra chill from the wind like we had earlier this week. It's only 50 or so, and then, of course, the breeze was blowing so strong. 30s up north this morning, some frosty conditions. 40s again across the rest of the state. Sky is mostly clear, a touch of frost in those northern locales. Will be mostly sunny, though, throughout the majority of the day today. There's all of that sunshine warming from the 40s and 50s this morning into the 60s this afternoon. We are looking again a little cool in pockets this morning, but the rest of the holiday weekend looks nice with temperatures close to 70. Mild weather.
Maze, thank you. And it is quiet now. And what's great is I don't have to talk about any full, big, huge weekend closures because MnDOT plans accordingly. They know it's going to be incredibly busy on the roads for the Memorial Day weekend. So all green right now. No crashes out there to slow you down. We are going to be talking about the busiest times to travel, though, coming up. And hey, if you are waking up, getting ready to hit the busy road or head to the airport for the holiday weekend, you're definitely not alone. A lot of people are.
Yeah, in fact, a record 40 million Americans will drive and millions more will fly. And the first real test for the new Real ID rules is in place here. Michelle Beck is at MSP, and things have been pretty busy so far this morning, right, Michelle?
Oh yeah, and we had some severe weather earlier in the week, which made for some pretty bad travel conditions, but really this is what we like to see. Take a look here with me at the flights. Everything looks to be on time. Great news here. Now you could see this as the first big test for Real ID. The new rules took effect earlier this month, and this week TSA says 93% of passengers are showing their Real ID or another form of acceptable ID like a passport. If you don't have either of those documents, TSA says you could make it through security for now, but do be prepared for delays or additional screening. You'll want to avoid that because the agency expects about 18 million people to fly over the long Memorial Day weekend. And now, guys, even when these travelers make it to their destinations, some of them will have to wait yet again. According to AAA, rental car company Hertz predicts that today will be the busiest day for rental car pickup. Back to you.
All right, Michelle Beck reporting live from MSP. Thank you very much. And speaking of cars, we know the roads are going to be pretty crowded this weekend. Again, AAA predicts about 40 million Americans will take a road trip for the holiday weekend. And they say noon to 8 today will be the worst times to be out there driving. Then on Memorial Day, 4 to 7 p.m. is expected to be the busiest on the roads. And if you're looking to fill up before you hit the road, we just checked gas prices before coming on air. Here in Minnesota, it's going to cost you about $3.04 on average for a gallon. If you're driving to Wisconsin, prices are about the same at $3.05. Down in Iowa, a little bit cheaper, with the average there sitting just below $3.
6:04 here on your Friday. With this weekend will mark 5 years since George Floyd was murdered by former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin. Starting at 10 a.m. today through Sunday, George Floyd Day of Remembrance events will begin. You can watch coverage of those on our newscast and on our stream, which is available 24 hours by downloading the KARE 11 Plus app for your TV. Our Janice Shorto will also host a half-hour special reflecting on the 5 years that have passed since George Floyd's murder. You can watch that 6:30 Monday night and streaming right on KARE 11 Plus.
For the first time in 8 weeks, U of M graduate student Doken Ganaydin is waking up a free man. On Wednesday, a federal judge ordered his release, saying his detention violates his due process rights under the Fifth Amendment. The student from Turkey walked out of the Sherburne County Jail yesterday afternoon after being arrested and detained by ICE in March because of a 2023 misdemeanor DWI conviction. An immigration judge later terminated the deportation case, saying Ganaydin's DWI conviction wasn't grounds for his detainment. DHS appealed and Ganaydin stayed locked up. He says he's troubled by what he says was a clear violation of his constitutional right to due process.
I want to tell to all international students to know this. While there might be some who want to scare us by abusing the power of their office, there are many more who welcome us and fight alongside us to defend our rights.
Now, his attorney says this is not over. She wasn't able to comment on pending immigration proceedings, but says there are no future hearings.
Legislative leaders are hoping to finish finalizing all of their bills by the end of the day today. They're meeting for a fourth straight day outside of their regular session to work on the budget in preparation for a special session. Yesterday, they tackled big issues like education and human services. So far, bills on commerce, jobs, transportation, and the environment are either done or getting close to being done. Governor Tim Walz says a special session could now start as early as next week.